everybody, welcome back to my anime reaction channel, Gizanime. Today we're going to be watching How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom, Season 2, Episode 1. Pretty psyched to get started with this series again. I cannot believe that Season 2 has started this soon. I expected it to be a little longer because it wasn't that long ago that Season 1 ended. And yeah, so we're just jumping right back into the fray of this one. So last episode we left off with, on the finale, we had the Gran Empire come take a visit, or visit Souma, because, you know, he went and basically fought a small war with Amidonia, and, you know, we're not supposed to do that, even though Amidonia started it. The fact that he didn't wait for the Empire to come in and stop them instead was a little bit of a sore spot for them, so they sent Jeanne, who is a kindred spirit to Souma. They pretty much like believe in the same things. They're pretty much like realist people. You know, they don't have Jeanne's sister's ideologies, Maria, that, you know, everybody's good, everybody has the best of intentions, you know, things of that nature. They're kind of soft. She's kind of a soft-hearted person, from what I understand. So Jeanne is more inclined to believe that someone might still have like ulterior motives, or something's probably up with him and she just doesn't know what it is. So she's keeping a close eye on him. I don't remember how exactly the episode left off, like if Jeanne said she was going to stay in the kingdom with him until things got hashed out or whatnot, or if they were going to leave and come back, maybe, to further assess, you know, the situation and the things that are going on, you know, any penalties that might occur because of Souma's involvement in the skirmish that happened. Watch how he, you know, handles things within the kingdom of Amidonia, etc. Really not sure what happened with that, you know, where we left off. So with that said, let's jump into this episode, see where we start off with, see how things progress, and I'll see you there. Alright everybody, here we go. Oddly enough, Funimation has this listed as episode 14 and not season 2, so don't know if this is like a second cur and we just didn't know. I wonder if he has some powers still, since he basically just handed the kingdom over to Souma. Like, if the people still see him as the king, you know?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Unlike that other time. She keeps talking about the other time.
What is it, precious? What is it?
Aww. Are they practicing for something? Or are they just training for future fights that might occur? Oh, that's cool. So he's looking in maybe to enhance his magic abilities? Take on like a teacher? Interesting. So the former queen is able to use this dark magic. I wonder if that's what she's referring to when she talks about the other time. Maybe they tried to do something and it failed miserably. Oh, so he's not just leaving everything up to Hakuya and like himself and the redevelopment of this area. He's going to let the people decide too.
Sounds good.
That's kind of commendable. And it'll go a long ways with gaining their trust as well. Which is probably what he's really looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, if the military people continue to stay out of jobs, not only is the area going to stay stagnant and, you know, the livelihood of other businesses start to die slowly. But you might end up having like those military people that are on like the cusp of being rather shady, pushed into those shady areas. They might end up trying to steal things from other stores or extort them or go into like some kind of mercenary work where they're used against the kingdom, etc. You know?
But what does that have to do with it?
No. He's got a point.
So developing some kind of job for them faster is probably a lot more beneficial.
That's the evilest thing I can imagine.
Wow, that's pretty shady and underhanded. Also, putting their names on the bridges seems kind of funny at the same time because this is like a in-your-face thing, which is what they're getting at. Because if it's in your face, these people will want to destroy the bridge because it's just like a constant reminder. What's he getting at? That they're trying to save face and remain strong looking even though they might not even be as strong as they appear? Because of the demon army constantly, I guess, willing away at their forces. Wow, they got there quick. I wonder if they were expecting them that fast.
Right, meow.
Well, at least he's upfront about it. You know, he's not like playing politics. He honest. Again, Souma is correct here. I mean, the former prince is right in that, you know, I think that the land should be returned because, you know, his father's actions shouldn't be put on him. His father seemed like a really greedy guy. But at the same time, Souma's right because, you know, they were the one that started it. So at least, the least they should do is say, they're sorry. And not come in with such, you know, bravado about Souma being in the wrong. Because what I'm thinking is happening is that he has to return the land to them. Or the Gran Chaos Empire will get involved. Ooh. Has he already been able to sway them to the point where they trust Souma more now? Oh, so they get a say. They're not forced to do what the Kingdom of Van wants them to do. No, this guy's temper is riled up. Like, there's no way that I think that this kid could beat Aisha either, so him getting all hot and bothered like this isn't helping anything. Yep. Has history been rewritten or something? Have people been lying about the things that happened way back then? Was the land never stolen in the first place? Alright, so are we talking about all those nobles that were under George Carmine? That he, like, gathered up? This guy draws that sword one more time. I'm going to tell Aisha to clap him. I just wanted to do a little announcement that I am going to be doing a figure giveaway at 500 subscribers for a Super Masters Diorama 2 Trunks and Vegeta figure.
It's over 9,000! You enjoy it.
As a show of appreciation for the support that everybody's been giving me, all the comments everybody's been leaving, all the love from the anime community that I've been shown. I'm hoping to continue with what I'm doing and just to get better as I go to make the experience more enjoyable for everybody so that I can earn that sub from you. And like I said, at 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for this figure. It is unopened, as you can see. So if you want to win that, then subscribe and just make sure that you're over 18 years of age and you live within the US. Because I don't know if I could afford the shipping outside. Like I said though, with that said, I appreciate all the support I've been given. Thank you very much. I will see you all next time. So this whole time, Amidonia has been like making false accusations, or not really false, but using something that happened a long time ago to basically force the people of the land to pay like higher taxes and be miserable so that they could have all kinds of money and power. That's what I'm getting at anyway, or what I'm getting. Huh. Either let her do it or do it yourself without their backing. Yeah, that's going to end well for them. All these pleasantries, yet Lucia just said that things were more tense, so are they all just pretending to be cordial with each other? Season 2 is definitely off to a great start so far. But once more, like, the technicalities of everything going on are really kind of hard to keep up with, in my opinion. I don't know about the rest of you all. But with that said, if y'all are enjoying the reaction so far, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button down below, leave a comment in the comments section, hit the like button, and catch me in the next video. We'll be watching Demon Slayer Season 2 tomorrow. And I would really enjoy your all's company as well. And keep an eye on him, basically. Bottle service from me. Are we not insinuating watching him, but insinuating something a little more rambunctious to keep him calm? I don't know. He didn't know that it was powerful? That said, I mean, he could drink, he could get drunk, pass out, and they could tell him he had a great time, and he'd be none the wiser, so there's that. We are being so formal. Alright, everybody, so that was the episode, and I'm going to start off with saying that once more, some of the technicalities do go over my head, so I do miss something. I would appreciate it if anyone who watches the video would clarify maybe something that I got wrong in the comments down below. Would greatly appreciate that. With that said, so we start off with Hakuya basically remodeling the city of Van so that it's more easily to get around and to find things, and so in case of, I guess, like war or a major fire breaks out, people are able to more easily escape it and get out of the city or get to somewhere safe. But it's such a huge change that the people of Van wouldn't even recognize their own city any longer, and as far as Souma's concerned, it would be so big that you'd basically just be recreating a whole new city, so you might as well just level the one we're in now and just start from scratch. So he was tasked with redoing his revision to basically make it to where it's not so big of a task, and also to where the people of the city still recognize the land they live in. We also have a brief moment with the former king and queen where they're talking about things that are going on, you know, how Souma's handling things, They briefly mention how Tomo is their daughter now, so their family has grown bigger. And she keeps referring to a previous event. And I don't recall if this is something that's ever spoken about in season 1. But they bring it up 4 or 5 times, that things are going like that one time that happened. So I get the feeling that they tried to fight back against maybe the Gran Chaos Empire or somebody else, and things went really sour. Maybe they're talking about a previous battle with Amidonia that went south, and since Souma is here now, things are going better than a fight that they had. Maybe something like that was mentioned in season 1 that I'm just forgetting about. But regardless, something happened, and I can't really recall what it is. So if you do know, if it is something that happened in season 1, a possible form or fight that they had, let me know down in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. But moving forward, so we get Jeanne and the former prince of Amidonia come inside Van to basically talk to Souma about possibly handing, the kingdom back over to him. And Julius seems like a really hot-headed, really easily offended guy who sees everything in basically like a black and white. You took our land, we want it back, give it back now. Where Souma, through a little bit of digging and information networks, has figured out that there's been a lot of shady things going on within Amidonia itself. And the corrupt officials that were siding with George Carmine were a part of a ploy with Amidonia to basically belittle their reputation or sully their reputation of Souma and his kingdom, or the former king. And Souma figured this out, so he's like, look, you all keep saying you all are good and you're just and we're the bad guys, but in truth you all are just using something that happened way long ago, which is the previous taking of their land, and using that as a cover to do all kinds of really evil and underhanded things yourself. So you're not all saints, basically. There's some shady stuff going on with you all. And after realizing that this was a thing, Jeanne tells Julius, hey, I'm going to handle things from here on out, so you go have fun, and I'll handle things. And we're at where we're at now at the end of the episode 1. Where they're still trying to hash out, if Julius should even get the land back at all, and if the Grand Empire or the Gran Chaos Empire should even get involved with what's going on, because she mentions, Julius, if you want to handle this yourself, you can, but we'll be going. And I'm not sure how things are really going to end up with that, because in one point I see Julius's issue, that his father did this. He shouldn't be at fault because of what his father did, but he did support his dad. It wasn't like he was against the idea of what he was doing in the first place. So there is that, but at the same time, it's his dad. What's he going to do against his dad? So, but we'll see as the episodes progress what happens with that. And one other little side note, Souma talking about learning more about his magic and probably enhancing it or figuring out new abilities seems pretty key and might be an interesting aspect of the show as we move forward. So we'll see how that pans out with the former queen, if he can talk to her about teaching her or him anything. But with that said, let me know what you all thought of the return of How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom Season 2, Episode 1. And I'll see you all next time.